Good morning, everybody. Wakey, wakey. Hope you're all having an amazing morning. I'm on a little earlier today, so wakey, wakey, wherever you are. Hello, hello, hello. So this morning, we're going to frack the insanity. So what does that actually mean? Well, fracking, as you may have heard, is something they use when they're getting oil out of the ground. You frack. Good morning, Renati. Morning, Brad. It's something that is used when they get oil out of the ground. They use a high pressure fracking fluid that they inject into the rock, and it kind of breaks open the space for the oil to flow. So by fracking the insanity, we're going to use this same pressure, energy pressure, to help frack the insanity of the reality, this reality that we're living in. So when I'm talking about this reality, I'm specifically at the moment for this exercise talking about politicians, organisations that influence society, like World Health Organization, Bill Gates Foundation, any of these big organisations that have an influence on our society. Now, let's not go into right and wrong about what they do and what's happening on the planet and who's doing what and who's blaming this for that and how this is affecting us. That's not what this is about. What it's about is recognising, acknowledging that this is what's happening on the planet now. And it's amazing because the coronavirus is giving this opportunity to create something different on the planet. So by recognizing that there's some things that we don't want to go back to normal. There's some things that, all of this change has been created so that we can create something different on the planet. So what we want to be doing at this time is creating different possibilities, actively creating. So how do we do that? Well, we ask questions to start with, because asking questions opens up greater possibilities. So it might be just getting up in the morning and saying, hey, universe, what else is possible today? Hey, universe, what contribution can I be today? Simple questions like this that allows the universe to contribute back to you and open up different possibilities that you may not previously have seen. So what we're going to do today is frack the insanity. So by insanity, I mean unconsciousness that is in different levels of this reality, as I mentioned before, politicians, organisations, etc., etc. We want to create change in those areas. So when we frack something, it's just a matter of frack, frack, frack. We're just basically pressurizing the energy in our hands and releasing it. For those of you who know Access Consciousness, it's like a 1, 2, 3, but we just use the word frack instead. Excuse me. So we're going to do 10 of those with the intention of fracking the insanity in these organisations, corporations, politicians, areas of influence in our society, just to, without a point of view, just to create change on the planet. So we're going to do 10 together. Okay, here we go. Frack, 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 frack. I think that was 10. Near enough. All right, so you might feel a little bit of lightness in your body after doing that, because it's a great way to shift energy. And you can frack stuff within yourself. Anywhere there's anything in your life that has a stranglehold on you, so something that you feel you can't change, something where you feel you're stuck, something that, perhaps you've been trying to work with something for a long time that's just not changing, frack the energy. It will make a huge difference. So What else? While others see doom and gloom and what is happening on the planet, many of us see the infinite possibilities. And while many are living in fear and drama, others really are creating from a space of more joy and possibilities. And, you know, when the coronavirus stuff began, it I noticed that I felt particularly happy and joyful and excited. It was amazing. And then for a moment, I started to feel wrong for feeling that excited. And I recognized it, did some clearing, and then just went about my business. But I noticed about a week ago that I was starting to feel a lot of contraction in my body. And some of you might be noticing this if you're getting headaches, tension in your back, neck, and shoulders. Anywhere there's energy constricting can have something to do with what I'm about to mention. And what I realized just the other day was, even though I recognized that I was happy and others weren't, and even though I recognized that I had that moment of feeling guilty for it, there was some part of me that must have aligned and agreed or resisted and reacted to that. And I didn't fully clear the energy, and it resulted in this contraction over the past week. And I was using different techniques to clear it, and it would sort of work, and then it would come back again. And I just noticed this morning that I'd taken on a lot of energy from other people. I'd got very caught up in this reality, even though I thought I consciously wasn't. But my body was telling me different. My body was showing me that the energy was contracted, and I'd taken on energy from this reality. So let's do a couple of clearings around that. So everywhere that you've aligned and agreed or resisted and reacted to this reality, will you release all of that now? And everywhere you've bought into the lies of this reality, will you release all of that now? Just let it release from your body. Let it all go. Let it dissipate and release. And everywhere that you've been trying to fit in with your friends or your family or those you care about, will you release all of that now? Letting it all go, letting it all go, letting it all go. And everywhere that you thought you had to be like them as a way to fit into this reality, will you release all of that? And anything that doesn't allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive the infinite possibilities available to you to go beyond this reality, will you release all of that? It's letting it all go, letting it all go, letting it all go. Expanding energy out. Hi everyone, thanks so much for being on. Thank you for the waves. And just take a nice deep breath. And just recognizing, you know, even if you feel like you're in this space of awareness and you have a different perspective, or actually there's a good clearing. So everywhere you're aware that you perceive a different possibility, and everywhere that you perceive a different possibility that is available right now, and you felt that was wrong, or you made yourself wrong and wanted to try and fit into this reality, will you release all of that? And everywhere that you negated your awareness in favor of fitting into this reality, will you release all of that? All right, my friends, take a nice deep breath. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining me. And remember to, Oh, one thing I also wanted to say, and this is in relation to the fracking, the insanity that I spoke out about at the beginning, and the politicians and the organisations and so on. One of the things connected to this is people talking about the 5G, you know, being part of this, and the mandatory vaccinations, even the coronavirus itself, all this sort of thing. What I want to say to that is, when you're in a space of consciousness and awareness, and when you're willing to go beyond this reality and recognize that your body has the ability to transform these energies, that is what's going to make the difference in your world. Our bodies are energy. The world around us is everything. Everything is energy. You are an infinite being, and you have the ability to direct energy. That's exactly what we're doing every moment of every day in this reality. So your body also has the ability to handle, transform, transmute whatever energies that it comes into contact with. But if you are in a space of fear, drama, and buying into this reality, that's when the energy gets stuck, and that's when these energies affect our bodies. So just remember that you have the ability to go beyond those things. You have the ability to go beyond this reality, and everything that doesn't allow that, everything that doesn't allow you to know, be, perceive, and receive that ability, will you release all that? Awesome. All right, my lovelies, thank you so much for being here. I'm very grateful when you guys show up and join me on these lives, and keep fracking the insanity. Mwah.